Alright, hello everyone, I'm fB, and tonight I will be hosting another edition of fB's weekly race. This is an endurance race that I host every Saturday, which lasts for about 1 hour on a track that's released just before the race goes live. The track uses a mixture of different styles that you find in stadiums, such as tech, dirt, speed, and also obstacles found in RPG and trial tracks. No registration is needed to participate, simply just join the server before starting time and you will be eligible to play. And we're seeing warm-ups right now on this week's track, which is Tightness, made by Lodshore. And you can also submit maps if you want. You'll find more information about that as well as other things in an article over at Maniac 2, which is linked to below the stream or in the description below on YouTube. And we are only 1 minute less to go and the race will then start. We got 136 players currently on the server, so it's not going to be a new record. The record is 164, I believe, so, but still a fairly good number, and we'll see how many will finish. This map is pretty easy, a bit easier than previous maps, so that might help. The record of people finishing is 101. Alright, so 30 seconds left to go, and then we will start. Put on some audio as well. Seems like there's no problems here, although the game has been a bit unstable lately since Nadeo did update the game, and yeah, people have had some crashes, so hopefully we won't have much of that during the race. Alright, let's do this. Good luck, have fun to all the players. Let's hope for a good start. All players will load into the map. Alright. And we'll follow Raysons, I suppose, in the first round. Raysons, of course, has won the race the most amount of times, 8 times in total. And he was about to win. No, actually, he's won 7 times, and he was about to win for his 8th time, I believe, last week. But then he actually had his game crash, so that was very unfortunate. He had only 2 laps left to go, and instead Wally won that race. So hopefully that won't happen again. So yeah, let's follow Raysons in the first lap to learn the map a bit. We start here with a drop down to a dirt section. This map again is fairly easy. There's one difficult part though, which I'll talk a bit about when we arrive to it. And Raysons sporting a Brazilian skin this race. It's kind of strange how it's now randomizing country skins instead of showing a grey default skin if the skin is not loading, but I guess that's alright. So we see Raysons taking an early lead. We got Bits though showing up, and then also Raggle Spam showing up here as well. Entering now a speed section of the map. The map is also pretty short, only 2 minutes long. And here we see Raysons actually driving over that booster. Spam did not, and that is of course a faster strat. You don't have to drive over that booster. And now we come to this part, which is the hardest part of the map. It starts with a balance act here, and then you want to try and time it so you land on this white part here. That can be a bit tricky. You can also take an alternative route, but Raysons does it pretty well. And I'm actually experiencing quite a lot of lag right now, which is a bit worrying. Let's switch to camera 1 here, as Raysons now enters another dirt part. He got 2 Dignitas players in front of him, Spam and Extreme. Spam, of course, disconnected also last race. Although it wasn't the game that crashed, it was Windows update, I believe, that restarted his computer. So we got 2 players that did not finish last week's race in the top right now. Raysons gets a no drift in this tech part here, and then he makes another mistake. So the 2 Dignitas players with a bit of a lead, and here comes the ending now. There's another wider balance act, and then the last turn of this map. We are into lap 2, I mean. And I'll just kick this player here who's having a net loss. And we still got 129 players driving, so that is nice to see. And we can just go back here, further back in the map. We got Triple X at 14th place. And let's go through the pages to just go through some players. We got Link here, who's actually won 2 time attack competitions in a row. For those who don't know, I'm also hosting a time attack competition on the most recently used track that lasts for 1 week, and then I make a video of the best runs. So Link has set the fastest times 2 weeks in a row now. Let's go to the next page. We got Akdi at 40th place, about to enter the loop. He does drive on the side, so gets a lot of speed. Who else do we have? We got Kevin Strike at 54th place. I don't think this player has driven in the race before. Always nice to see newcomers to the race. In total, we got over 400 players who have now participated in the race, actually. I mean, now we see this difficult part here. Kevin Strike tried to make that jump to the white part, but did not make it, and now had to respawn here again. So this is what I was a bit worried about, that people had trouble with it. Kevin Strike makes it though in his 3rd attempt. As you can see, some players also went to the left. It's a bit safer, although of course a bit slower as well. And please don't chat during the race because it causes lag. So just be quiet. And also, if you do quit the race, I would appreciate if you stay in spec mode, because it actually lags when you leave the server. So that's just a nice little thing you can do for the other players. Anyways, we see Extreme setting a new top 1 time. 1 minute 58 seconds 1700. So yeah, this is a pretty short map. The 2nd shortest map, I believe, that I've used so far. So Extreme currently lead Raisons at 2nd, and Devil has gone up to 3rd place. Spam has dropped down to 5th. Anyways, let's go through the pages a bit more. We got Sholto at 72nd place, about to enter lap 3. Down the drop to the dirt. And who else do we have? We got Ruben Fiesta, who's not driving. He actually won a stadium demo key, or was given a stadium demo key that I'm giving out before and after the race. And yeah, it's not driving currently, standing still. Let's see actually if I can find who's currently last. And now Ruben is driving again, so I guess he was just taking a break or something. Let's see here. Looks like Jaib is currently at last place, 124th place. 122nd now, so we do have a couple of players who have quit the race already. I just hope they are staying in spec mode. I can put on the audio a bit higher. Anyways, let's go back to the top. Extreme is currently leading, has never been on the podium, has driven the race a couple of times. So off to a good start. Then of course Raisons, who has won 7 times. I'm not really sure actually how many times he's won. He's won so many times that I'm starting to lose count. And please don't also be so hostile in the chat, there's no point for that. So yeah, I should probably just disable the chat during the race. That would be the best solution, because it's pretty annoying when people write in the chat. So yeah, Extreme in the lead, Raisons at 2nd, then we got Roa now at well, he was at 3rd. Devil and Raggle both pass him. Raggle has been on the podium before, also Roa. Roa has won the race. One of few players who have actually defeated Raisons. Raggle got 3rd in a race early on. They are having a very close fight here. Let's see, where is Javi Flyer? Currently at 6th place, though Fraser shows up. It's very close. There's been a lot of players still. If you take a look to the left here, Tom, who is at the 17th place, is only 13 seconds behind Extreme at first. So this is gonna be a pretty close race since the map is pretty easy. And we see both Javi Flyer and Fraser driving over that booster to slow them down. Seems like not many people have figured out that you actually should not drive over it. So that could be a decisive factor. And Spam is down to 14th place now. Had a really good start. Let's see how he does this balance act. Wow, he makes a really early jump. Seems to be a bit easier if you jump a bit earlier like that. So Spam does it really good and probably passed a lot of players here. Overlapping some players as well, of course. Yes, you can play in this race with the demo key. You can actually also play it with just downloading the free version on the website as well. Although then you can only play 20 minutes on each server, but you can still play this race though, since it lets you finish each session. So anyway, still following Spam, but its teammate Extreme sets a new top 1 time. 1 minute 58 seconds, 500s, doing really well. Now 4 seconds ahead of Raisons. So Extreme off to a really good start. An extremely good start even. And wow, Spam actually sets a new top 1 time. He was on a good time there. I had a feeling that was the case. 1 minute 57 seconds, 89 hundredths, and then he gets a landing bug in the dirt. And see also Devil quitting the race. He was doing really good, so I'm not sure why he's quitting. Anyways, no need to write goodbyes in the chat. Just stay quiet and preferably stay in spec mode, just because I want to avoid lag as much as possible, since yeah, the game is pretty unstable and there's a lot of people who are driving in this race, so we need to have some cooperation for this to be a success. So it's worth repeating it. Anyways, we see Spam here who drives on the side, so as you can see he gets much more speed, although a bit too much speed actually. Had to adjust his line a lot, and Roa will pass him. Spam up to 5th place by the looks of it, or 6th now that Roa passed him. Now here again this balance act. Oh, Roa with a huge crash! Falls down off the track, needs to respawn, is gonna lose a lot of time, is standing still now too, and I think he retired. Roa is out of the race. One mistake and he decides to leave the race. Although maybe he had to go somewhere, I'm not sure. Anyways, we are currently following a Pamik at 36th place. Does this part really good. Extreme still in the lead, about to enter lap 6 out of 22. So the race should take about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And Extreme also with that landing bug on the dirt. It's very unpredictable. But he is still about 5 seconds ahead of Raisons. And then we got Raggle at 3rd place. Close fight though with Fraser. And yeah, people do have a lag on the server, but again, no need to actually write in the chat because that causes lag for other players. So yeah, just stay quiet if you leave the race, and also stay in spec mode. Very close fight here for 3rd place between Raggle and Fraser. Spam has dropped down a bit. Is a couple seconds behind. Now he does this part much better. Keeps the speed. And Masa is also driving for Dignitas. Has finished at 3rd place in race 10, I believe. Oh wow, Spam has dropped down again here. Huge mistake. We got Dexter in front of him, and also Morris A9, who has won the race before. And then we got Shorty, who has finished 2nd place, and also 3rd place, I believe. Never won the race. We're looking to do that. Triple X at 10th place. Has done really good before as well. Usually ends up at around this position, I believe. Then we got QWERTY at 11th place. He's doing pretty well, I believe. Could be his best placement so far. We got Tom at 12th place. Just passed by Nero. Then we got Thompson at 14th place. We got the Big at 15th place. Of course, the person who's hosting this server almost fell down, but managed to save the situation and is into lap 8 now. Then we also got Bits at the first page at 16th place. Not far behind at all. Bits has finished, I believe, at 3rd place before. He's at least won the best lap, so he's a very fast driver. Anyways, let's take a small overview look of the race. See all the players driving. Just go through the results again. Extreme in the lead. Rayson's at 2nd, 2 seconds behind now, so he's catching up. Then we got Fraser at 3rd, Massa at 4th, Raggle at 5th, who has dropped down. Dexter at 6th, Spam at 7th, Morrissey 9 at 8th, Shorty at 9th, Triple X at 10th, QWERTY at 11th, Neuro at 12th, Thompson at 13th, Tom at 14th, Bits goes up to 15th place, The Big falls down to 16th place. We also got Chills at 17th place. That's currently the top 17, and Nero sets a very fast time. 1 minute 57 seconds 96 hundredths and goes up to 1st place in the best lap. So he's doing really good. As he's overlapping a couple of players. And Extreme also looks to be on a good time. He's 14 hundredths ahead of Nero's recently set time. So this could be a very good time from Extreme. It's 38 hundredths ahead now. He's about to enter the next lap. So this should be a new top 1 time from Extreme. 40 hundredths now. Yeah, this will be a new record from Extreme. 1 minute 57 seconds 51 hundredths by Extreme. Continues to do really good, and he is ahead of Raysons, who is looking to take his 8th victory. He was about to do it last week, but then his game crashed with 2 laps left to go. Also Fraser and Massa with decent times, top 6 and top 5. It's very close actually if you look at the top 15 times as I click on it here. So yeah, top 15 is Shorty with 2 seconds behind, so it's very close in the Dedimania. Now Fraser is at 3rd place. This is by far his best result as well if he can stay at this position. Massa is at 4th place. At striking distance, not very far behind at all. Trying to catch up. Raggle was at 3rd, now at 5th place. But again, it's still pretty close between all the players here, so can't really count out anyone. Still pretty early on also in the race, only into lap 8 out of 22. Let's see how Raggle does this difficult part of the map. He takes it pretty safe actually, slows down a lot. I guess that's a good strat. You don't want to have to respawn at that part. You're gonna lose a lot of valuable seconds. Shorty has gone up to 6th place now. And then Morrissey 9 just behind him. So they are having a close fight. The 2 German players. Again, both have been on the podium before. Now we see that Massa has actually passed Fraser. Oh, only momentarily. Massa was ahead of Fraser, but Fraser takes back that 3rd place. Of course, these 2 are also Germans. I believe Fraser is also German. Yes, so a lot of Germans. In fact, I do believe we've had 7 players from Germany on the podium so far in total. So they are definitely dominating this race. To look at the countries. And then we see Spam with a new top 1 time. 1 minute 57 seconds 33 hundredths. Thompson also with a good time, top 8. Thompson is at 12th place right now. Yeah, please keep it in English in the chat. I was not paying attention, but yeah, keep it in English. Alright, back to the race following Thompson. As he's surrounded by a lot of players. Tom just behind him, and then Dexter just in front of him. Also Nero is close by. You see Tom slowing down here, so he's gonna lose some time. Oh, big mistake from Thompson. Crashed into the wall. See how he does this part here. Oh, pretty well. And then, what? What the fuck just happened? I did not touch anything. I did not touch anything. I'm really sure of that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Oh, I hate this game sometimes. So unstable. Well, again, I did not press anything, so oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to 12 laps. Just give me a second here. God damn. What just happened? I did not touch anything. Oh man, that sucks so much. It says that I forced it to go next, but I didn't press anything, so I don't know what happened. Oh man. Well, we'll just have to try this again. I'm really sorry about this. No one is more disappointed than me, that's for sure. Well, that sucks. No, sorry, I won't allow any more players. I just want this race to be over with, to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna do another 3-minute warm-up and then we'll start again. So yeah, again, I'm very, very sorry about this. Yeah, I don't know, it might have something to do with Dedimania, Kripke says here. I don't know. It said though that I went next map, so that's what really is confusing me. I didn't press anything though, I'm pretty sure. Like there are buttons here at the lower part of the screen. You can see them being highlighted right now, but I'm pretty sure I didn't press that. I don't think I was pressing anything when it happened, so that's what's really bothering me right now. Oh man. Oh fuck. Alright, 1 minute. Left to go, and then we'll start again. Again, really sorry about this disaster of a race. Seems like we still got 105 players driving though, so I appreciate you guys staying here. Alright, I turned off the admin bar, so maybe that's that will help. Maybe there was some kind of bug with the menu or something that made it go next. I have no clue really what happened. Oh man, so yeah. Alright, so we are going live again. So we are just gonna do 12 laps now. Yeah. That really sucks. That's all I can say. Alright, so we are live here again. Following Imago. I don't know, I might try to divide the results. So I might just say that whoever was doing the best first won that race, and then this will be like another race, I guess maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it might have something to do with that I went over the menu with my mouse, and then it was still getting activated even though I didn't press on the actual button, but it was still highlighted, so it still registered. That's what my theory is anyway. So maybe the solution is to disable the menu as I did now, but I didn't have this problem before, so yeah. I guess you learn from your mistakes. That's all I can say. Yeah. But thanks everyone for still driving though, even though this this happened. I appreciate that. So we got Cannot in the lead right now. I don't know who's quit and who's still driving. That's kind of hard to say. Raysons though is still driving and goes up to first place. And then Cannot makes a mistake here at the tunnel part, or not a tunnel, but some kind of tunnel. Yeah, I think Extreme, who was doing really good, actually left the race, so that's unfortunate. But again, I might just give him the win for that race. Yeah, and then just call this another race. I might just do that. So following Cannot here, he's about to enter lap 2. Again, we'll just drive 12 laps now. Initially it was supposed to be 22 laps. I think we had reached 12 laps, not sure. And yeah, again, don't chat, cost lag. So Raysons in the lead. We got Marcy9 at second place now. And then a very close fight actually with Flyer and Raggle. They are not far behind Raysons at all. Of course, now the players know the maps better, know the map better as well. So it might just be that this will be even closer now. Yeah, part 1 and part 2 sounds fair, so I might just do that, to be honest. So yeah, you learn from your mistakes. So in the future I will disable the admin bar because, well, I didn't know it could be that laggy. That's probably what happened. So yeah, following Raggle, he has dropped down to 5th place now. Got Shorty also in front of him. But as you can see, all these players are very close to each other, and did actually Shorty with a mistake, yes. Had a bad landing. But builds up a lot of speed here, catches up to Marseille 9 very quickly. Wow, these players so close to each other. Shorty about to pass Marseille 9, but Marseille 9 with more speed stays in front. And Raggle goes up to the lead. Raisons with a mistake here just before entering lap 3. And it looks like Extreme is still driving, so yeah. He's at 11th place now, not a good start. Was in the lead with a lot before that very unfortunate thing happened. I'm very sorry about that again, I just feel terrible that happened. But yeah, what can you do? Gotta move on. So Raisons with a mistake here allows 4 players to pass him. Marseille 9, Javi Flyer, Raggle and Shorty. He's not far behind whatsoever. Then we got Spam with about half a second behind Raisons. And he's doing this speed part pretty good here as he's avoiding the booster. Actually not this time. Go over it. Then we also got Rotaker driving here at 7th place, doing pretty well. Cannot has dropped down to 8th after that good start. Wow, that's an early let go, but he made it pretty well. Extreme going up to 9th place now. Very bad start for him in this part 2 of the race. And then we got Fraser at 10th place, was also doing really good in part 1. Tom at 11th place. We got Zaitsev at 12th. Thompson at 13th. Sammy at 14th place. Runix at 15th place. And then Massa at 16th place with a landing bug. Seems to be happening a lot on this map. In the start and then also in this turn here. And B passes time being invalid. So that's unfortunate. And please don't chat in chat. Alright, Spam takes a top 1 time, 1 minute 57 seconds, 66 hundredths. Can't remember what was the fastest time in part 1. But it was something like that. I don't think anyone got a time under 157. Ooh, Massa clipping the wall in the dirt turn. Sammy and Zaitsev stays in front of him. And it looks like Raisons has taken over first place once again. We got Shorty at 2nd place. These two guys have had the battles before in the past. And Shorty is well aware of he's well known of taking 2nd places, so it's not too surprising that he is at 2nd place here again, but definitely wants to take that 1st place. And definitely is capable of doing that as well. Here comes the balance act. Both players does it well. Seems to have mastered it now. Marseille 9 and Raggle having a close fight for 3rd. We are into lap 4 out of 12 in this part 2 of the race. Again, not sure exactly what happened with that situation earlier, but I think it was a bug with the menu. So I actually hovered my mouse over the admin bar, and even though I didn't click on the buttons, it still registered because it was still highlighted. And yeah, so that I think is what happened actually. So I'm very, very sorry about that, and I have now disabled the admin bar, and hopefully that will make it so this will never happen again. So currently following Marseille 9 at 3rd place. Raison sets a new top 1 time, 1 minute 57 seconds, 66 hundredths. Actually only 1 millisecond ahead of Spam, but that was very short that he had that top 1 time. Extreme sets a new top 1 time, and then Cannot with a top 1 time. 1 minute 57 seconds, 51 hundredths. A lot of players with good times, and Fraser is chatting here as well. Where is he? Looks like he's quit the race. Yes, looks to be. Rayson's now all of a sudden 2 seconds ahead of Shorty. So Shorty losing time on Rayson's. RSA9 not really getting closer to Shorty. And it might catch up here a bit. Seems to have a lot of speed. Let's follow RSA9 over the balance act. You can save a lot of time if you do this part well. Oh, actually slows down. So didn't really catch up that much. Instead, Extreme with a lot of speed all of a sudden shows up and also passes Shorty in one turn. Wow, that was a sick turn from Extreme. He was actually lagging quite a lot here, so I'm a bit worried about that. I should probably not follow him. But yeah, Extreme up to 2nd place even. Wow. He is hungry. And then we also got his teammate Spam doing pretty well at 6th place. Not too far behind the rest. Cannot at 7th place. Ahead of Tom at 8th. Rotaker and Massa close to each other. Massa though with a much better turn goes up to 9th place. Then we got Thompson at 11th place, just behind the two. Toto at 12th place. Haven't seen him before in the race. Neither have I seen Shills, 13th place. Goes into lap 6. We got Barbos for THE at 14th place. Ovechkin at 15th place, and then QWERTY at 16th place. We still got 96 players driving in this part 2 of the race. Not gonna be any new records when it comes to players finishing, but yeah, I guess that's understandable. But still, a lot of players driving, as you can see. You can just oh, Hobby Flyer has quit the race, so he's not gonna finish. Here's Dean at 78th place. Takes it very carefully at the balance, but does not have to respawn, so that's good. This map is fairly easy, it's just that part that is kind of tricky. See if I can find who's currently last. Fraser is standing still. Looks like it's Silic at 88th place. There's still a decent amount of people driving in the race. We are into lap 6, soon lap 7. Raysons is in the lead. Looking to take home his 8th victory, which should have come in the previous race, but then his game crashed. 2 laps left to go, so Wally won instead. With Shorty taking 2nd and Sand taking 3rd. Oh, big crash from Raysons. Marseille9 has gone up to 2nd place and he's catching up rapidly to Raysons. Raysons still though with pretty good lead, 2.5 seconds. Oh, but a landing by from Marseille9. This happens so frequently at the start. It's really crazy. And then Extreme at 3rd place. Had a really bad start to this part 2 of the race. Had a really good start to the first part though, but then yeah, you know what happened. So yeah, very close between these 3 players, and I believe Spam is not far behind either as well. So let's follow him for a while. Get a pretty good overview. As they are about to overlap Ruben Fiesta. And I should kick this player. Oh man. Alright. Spam not really catching up, but here's a great opportunity to catch up. Yeah, Spam with a lot of speed. Kind of an awkward landing though, so did not pass Marseille9. But getting closer. Extreme with a bit of a lead now over Marseille9 and Mars89 and Shorty, and looks like Raggle has dropped down to 6th place. So bad section from him. Soon into lap 8 is Raisons. 3 seconds ahead of Extreme. And then Mars89 currently at 3rd place. That is currently the podium. Cannot though with the fastest time. 1 minute 57 seconds, 51 hundredths. And he's currently at actually, where is he? At 9th place. Mars89 not too far behind Extreme. See if he can avoid the landing bug this lap. Yes, this time he makes it. Extreme with a good time. Top 2. 1 minute 57 seconds, 55 hundredths. Spam can also get into the podium. Still anything's possible. I don't think he's been on the podium before. I could be wrong about that, but I can't remember. It's one best lap though before. It looks like he is getting closer to Mars89. Risky stuff from Spam, builds up a lot of speed here. And again, here comes this crucial part of the map. You can save a lot of time and also lose a lot of time. You see Spam going all in, and he makes it beautifully, passes Mars89. That's just a great example of how you can gain a lot of time in that turn. And Spam goes up to 3rd place, just behind his teammate Extreme at 2nd. But Raisons for Acer is at 1st. Oh, Mars89 though, not out of this fight. Neither is Shorty. Oh, but then he crashes. Unfortunate mistake from Shorty. Thompson a couple of seconds behind. And a couple of seconds ahead of Roadtaker, who gets a no drift. And then Raggle will then of course catch up a lot here to Roadtaker. But makes a small mistake just before the next lap. Oh, and gets that landing bug. It's almost like it's standard to get it. It's like 50-50. I guess I can say with just a couple of laps left that after the race I will be giving out 2 stadium demo keys in the chat on my Twitch channel. The keys last for 1 month, and you can use them as much as you want. There are also other free versions of the game, but then you are restricted to only 20 minutes on each server. But with these demo keys you can play as much as you want for 1 month, so could be worth trying to win one if you don't own the game yet or want to give it to a friend. There will be 2 trivia questions about the race that will determine the winners, so yeah, stay tuned for that after the race. And I should also say that after the race I am casting the 2nd cup of the ESL RPG Cup Series. So yeah, still a lot of Trackmania left to go. And back to the race, we got Raisons in the lead, as he is usually at that position. Has won the race 7 times and got 2nd in the other 2 he participated in. And also his game crashed previous week when he was leading with 2 laps left to go. So yeah, he is really dominating this race, and he's about to enter lap 10 now. So only 3 laps left to go for Raisons in this part 2 of the race. Wow, Extreme with a new top 1 time, and then Spam immediately afterwards sets another top 1 time. 1 minute 57 seconds, 31 hundredths. The 2 Dignitas players are doing really good in the hunt for Raisons. Shorty also with a decent time, top 5. Yeah, I will probably count these races as 2. I think it's fair to do that. So yeah, Spam currently trying to hunt down his teammate Extreme to take 2nd place. He got 2 seconds ahead of Shorty. So right now it looks like he's gonna be Acer and Dignitas on the podium. And again, please don't chat. Oh, Extreme has dropped down to 4th place all of a sudden. I wonder what happened. Extreme, who was at 2nd place, loses a lot of seconds. He's now 9 seconds behind Raysons. And he's no longer on the podium. And Spam also drops down to 5th place. The 2 Dignitas players all of a sudden loses their podium positions. How quickly it can turn. Raysons still in the lead though, and now Shorty up to 2nd place. With his very consistent play. Marise 9 at 4th. Extreme has gone up to 3rd. And then Spam at 5th now. He lost the most amount of time. Must have crashed or having to respawn at the balance act. So yeah, all of a sudden we got a completely different situation. Only thing that's the same is that Raysons is leading. He's into lap 11 now out of 12. 2 laps left to go for Acer Raysons. 6 seconds ahead of Shorty. So this is looking very good for Raysons, but it's still not over. He can also make mistakes. I seem to recall in race 9 when he was leading ahead of Fullfart Bakut, who was at 2nd place. Raysons did a huge mistake on the last lap, and also in another race, one of the early races that Raysons participated in, he was leading, but then also made a big mistake, and Sand passed him. I think it was the 2nd to last lap. So yeah, Raysons can also make mistakes, and here comes a part where we've seen quite a lot of mistakes. See how Raysons does it. He does it really safe, as expected. Knows that he doesn't have to risk it. He got a big lead over Shorty. Shorty is the one who wants to risk it, and he actually will catch up. No, not really. Still 6 seconds behind Raysons. And Extreme is at 3rd, 2 seconds behind Shorty. And then Spam has dropped down again here. I think he had to respawn once again at this part. So he is losing a lot of time. Raggle will pass him even. So Spam down to 8th place now. Was at 3rd. Looked really good, setting that new top 1 time as well. Anyways, we should follow Raysons. He soon only got 1 lap left to go of the race. Shorty has gained half a second, but it's still looking very good for Raysons. Here we go, the last lap. No landing bug, that's a good start. See Shorty, also he without a landing bug, and he sets a top 5 time as well, so Shorty is driving fast. Knows, of course, he needs to risk it if he wants to take 1st. Extreme at 3rd, 2 seconds behind Shorty. Let's go back to Raysons. All he needs to do is to avoid crashing, and especially at that balance act. That's really where we've seen the big mistakes. Into the wall ride he goes, and through the loop. Still 5.5 seconds ahead of Shorty. 8 seconds ahead of Extreme. Here we go. Raysons about to enter the balance act. He's gonna take it really safe and slow here, I'm pretty sure. Yes, he brakes, and he does it. And that should be it. I don't see Raysons losing this now. Still got 5 seconds ahead of Shorty, who does that part really good as well. Mario 9 has gone up to 3rd place, passes Extreme. Extreme has made another big mistake at this part. Wow, that's a very risky turn from Extreme. He's angry, he wants to catch up. He was at 3rd place, he was 1st in the first part of the race as well. And meanwhile we see Bits with a new top 1 time. 1 minute, 57 seconds, and 300s. But let's follow Raisons. He only got a couple of turns left, and he is gonna win this race. He's 8th in total. There he goes, entering the last couple of turns. Still about 6 seconds ahead of Shorty is Raisons. Here comes the last turn. Acer Raisons is going to win fB's Weekly Race Edition 15. GG. And let's take in the players, all the other ones. Shorty is gonna take another 2nd place. And then Maurice 9 passes Extreme just before the ending and takes 3rd. Extreme with that mistake, so he will take 4th. Rotaker takes 5th, I guess. Where is Raggle? He is still a couple of tenths behind. So close fight between them. Then we got Massa at 7th. Thompson looking to take 8th place ahead of his teammate Shills. That is the case as well. Then we got Spam at 10th. Cannot just behind him at 11th. Tom looking to take 12th place. And so he does. Ovechkin takes 13th place ahead of his teammate Bits at 14th. QWERTY takes 15th. Triple X is going to take 16th place. Dexter is going to take 17th place. Sammy 18th. Toto 19th. Fussy 20th. Yodo 21st. Barbos 22nd. Zaitsev looking to take 23rd. We got Funko Beach next up, takes 24th. Bud will take 25th. Mixmod 26th. Runix takes 27th. We got Era driving for Epsilon. He's gonna take 28th. He's ahead of Kevin Strike, who will take 29th place. Then we got O-Take at 30th. Edster is gonna take 31st. Kavix looking to take 32nd. Next page, we got Vinsko taking 33rd. Sholto is gonna take 34th. Papu, still with 1 turn left, is gonna take 35th. Hunter has to respawn here. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be passed by a couple of players. Yes, Blackie is going to take 36th. We got Anipla 37th, Ritting 38th, Chaosan 39th, and then Hunter at 40th place. So he lost a lot of positions. Belos takes 41st, Cam takes 42nd, Vara takes 43rd, Karace takes 44th, Marco takes 45th, El Wormer takes 46th, Yamas takes 47th, Deep takes 48th, Darkblade takes 49th, Gerson takes 50th, Smaler takes 51st, Imago takes 52nd, Sona takes 53rd, Lino takes 54th, Pixel takes 55th, who is this? Spider will take 56th. Very close between those players. And then suddenly a gap here. So Spider takes 56th. Then we got Etomariel takes 57th. Frozen Pie will take 58th by the looks of it. Yeah, I will try to remember saving a replay. Where am I? Frozen Pie takes 58, Nelky takes 59, Freaky takes 68, Stupsel takes 61st, as it looks like. So yeah, Stupsel will take 61st, then we got GFB next up, takes 62nd, Mr. Bottom takes 63rd, Ruben Fiesta will take 64th, Marty takes 65th, gets a landing bug, Cookie is gonna take 66th, takes an alternative route, but no one is close to him. Then Right takes next up. Still a couple of turns left to go. We got 10 minutes left on the timer, 11 minutes in fact. And still quite a lot of players driving. Not gonna be any records, but yeah, thanks to everyone who's still driving, despite that disaster that happened earlier. So Playday takes 68, and we got Jibe, gonna take 69th. drives backwards into the finish. I think actually Ash passed Jive just before the finish line. Dean will take 71st. Fluffy Mittens next up, looking to take 72nd place. Will do so. Opti3 takes 73rd. January, still a while for entering the finish line. Ahead of Felix. Let's just take a look at the players who are still driving here. Still 5 players driving. So we will have a decent amount of players finishing. I guess that's fine. Oops, there we go. So January is gonna take 74th. Ahead of Felix at 75th. Also, we'll do a burnout. Has done that before. Next up is Wojtek at 76th. And then we should just have 2 more players, Birdie and Shilik, who are driving. Hopefully they can both finish. 9 minutes left on the clock. So Wojtek is going to take 76th place. And then Birdie will be next. It says he's at 79th, but that's not correct. We'll pass a couple of players who quit. Should be on his last lap though. Yes, only 10 more checkpoints left to go here for Birdie. See where is Shilik? Wow, pretty close to Birdie. See if he can catch up. So again, after this is over, I will give out some stadium demo keys in my Twitch chat, and we actually see Shilik passing Birdie. But Birdie coming back with more speed. These 2 players having a battle. The last 2 players who are actively driving. See Fraser in the background standing still. Shilik still in front of Birdie. But yeah, once again, we'll give out 2 stadium demo keys, and there will be trivia questions about the race that determines the winner. And yeah, everyone can participate, even if you've won before. I just decided. Oh, Birdie getting stuck here. So it looks like Shilik is going to take 77th place. Overtook Birdie in the last lap, and Birdie should be the last player. Actually, Fraser is driving here, but don't think he can finish. Nope. So Birdie will be the last player to finish this race. So just to summarize the race. Raysons took it. Shorty took second, Marcy 9th, third, and Bits took the best lap.